Hello, and welcome to Short Stories with Daniel. This is The Beautiful, Ugly Monster. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled deep in the mountains, there lived a monster. This monster lived in a cave at the top of a steep hill. And every night the villagers could hear its terrifying growls and roars echoing through the valley. The villagers were all afraid of the monster, and they warned their children to stay far away from the cave. They believed that the monster was a terrible, ugly creature with sharp teeth and claws that could tear them apart in an instant. But what the villagers didn't know was that the monster was actually kind and friendly. It was very lonely up in its cave, with nobody to talk to or play with. The monster spent its days painting beautiful pictures on the walls of the cave and singing songs to itself. One day, the villagers had a problem. A giant had come down from the mountains and was threatening to destroy their village. They didn't know what to do, so they called a meeting in the town square to come up with a plan. As they were discussing, the monster heard their cries for help. It knew that it had to do something to protect the villagers, even if it meant revealing itself to them. So the monster climbed down from its cave and marched straight into the village square. The villagers were all terrified, but the monster didn't want to hurt them. It just wanted to help. The monster spoke in a gentle voice, explaining that it had heard their problem and that it could help them defeat the giant. The villagers were all stunned. They had never heard a monster speak before, let alone offer to help them. The monster was true to its word. It led the villagers up the mountain and into the giant's lair, where it battled the giant with all its might. The giant was strong, but the monster was even stronger. And eventually it defeated the giant and saved the village. The villagers were all amazed. They couldn't believe that the ugly monster they had been so afraid of was actually kind and brave. They apologized for judging the monster by its appearance and welcomed it into their village with open arms. From that day on, the monster and the villagers were the best of friends. They would often invite the monster down from its cave to join them for dinner and to play games. And the monster was no longer lonely, for it had found a family in the village. And as for the paintings on the walls of the cave, the monster continued to create them, but now they were filled with beautiful images of the village and its people, who the monster had grown to love so much. The end. Thank you for listening. If you liked this story, please click like and subscribe to hear more stories in the future. Thank you.